Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This is part 4 of the English translation of the Urdu Bayan Iman Ki Dawat by Hazrat Moulana Ibrahim Dewla Sahab. Damad Barakatum. I'm continuing from the 1246 mark of the original Bayan.
ख्वाहिशों वाली न बनावे। दो लाइनें हैं, एक हुक्मों की लाइन है, एक ख्वाहिश की लाइन है।
Hazrat is saying that there are two lifestyles to live. One lifestyle is that lifestyle which is about wants and desires. When a person spends his life chasing after his wants and desires. And the other lifestyle is the lifestyle where a person brings his life on the hukum, the ahkam, the commandments of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
बाईं तरफ का जो पहलू है वो ख्वाहिशों का, और दाईं तरफ का जो पहलू है वो हुक्मों का। सीधा सीधी लाइन असहाब यमीन, सीधी लाइन दाहिने हाथ वाले, दाहिनी साइड वाले, कि वो कौन है? कि वो हुक्मों वाले हैं।
So he's talking about the people of on the right hand, the people who are following the right course in life. It is those people who are living a life on the ahkam, the commandments of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and not a lifestyle on their whims and desires and wishes.
और बाईं साइड वाले, कि वो कौन है? कि वो अपनी ख्वाहिशों पर चलने वाले। दो ही ताकतें आदमी में अल्लाह ने रखी है, या हुक्मों पर चले या अपनी ख्वाहिशों पर चले।
He said that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us two strengths, either the strength to live life according to His commandments, or to live life according to our wishes. This is the freedom we have, either the freedom to live life how I wish, or the freedom to live life how Allah wants me to live.
जो लोग अपनी ख्वाहिशों पर चलेंगे और हुक्मों की परवाह नहीं करेंगे, उनका क्या नतीजा होगा, उनकी क्या हालत होगी? तो मेरे दोस्तों, जो अपनी ख्वाहिशों पर चलेंगे उनकी दुनिया उन पर तंग हो जाएगी।
So he's saying, as for those people who live their life according to their wish and will, according to how they want, and not according to the commandments of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, what will happen to them? What will be the result? So he said, my friends, first their life will become very constricted.
क्या हो जाएगी? उनकी दुनिया उन पर तंग है।
What will happen? Their life will become difficult on them.
न उनमें कोई सिफत पैदा होगी, न उनमें कोई हमदर्दी पैदा होगी, न कुछ नहीं।
They will not have any sort of good qualities developed within them.
ये जानवर की जिंदगी होती है।
They will live life as an animal.
जानवर के दिल में किसी की जगह नहीं है।
That animal, he has no care or concern for anyone. He's just an animal. So a person who lives life according to his own will and wish and ignores the commandments of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then he becomes like an animal.
जी हाँ, कोई जगह नहीं। छोटा बड़े को, बड़ा जो है वो छोटे को मारे, और बड़ी मछली छोटी मछली को खा जाए।
So when this type of lifestyle becomes common, when people live their life according to their own will and wish and ignore the commandments of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then what happens? All sorts of various oppressions happen, where the stronger person oppresses the weaker person, and the one who is bigger or greater strikes the one who is weaker.
जो ये होता है ना समंदर में, ये जो बड़ी मछली है वो छोटी मछली को खा लेगा। जंगल में जो बड़ा जानवर है वो छोटे को दबोचे।
So basically, the law of the jungle is what will dominate when people live their life according to their own whims and their will and their wish and ignore the commandments of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then it will be like the law of the jungle will prevail.
यही निजाम दुनिया का, कि जो लोग अपनी जिंदगी ख्वाहिशों पर गुजारेंगे उनकी जिंदगी तंग हो जाएगी।
So the people who will live their life according to their own will and wish and ignore and neglect the commandments of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, life will become difficult for them.
जितना भी उनको मिले उनके लिए काफी नहीं होगा पूरा.
Whatever is granted to them, whatever they acquire, whatever they attain in the world, it will never be enough for them.
नहीं होगा जितना भी मिले, क्योंकि और चाहिए और चाहिए और चाहिए.
No matter how much they acquire of the dunya, it will never fill their hunger. They will always want more and more and more and more and more.
इसलिए उनके पास न वक्त होता है, न फुर्सत होती है, न कोई तरतीब होती है, कुछ नहीं.
So this is why such people, they don't have any sort of any sort of time to give, or any sort of a tartib of life.
सुबह दोपहर का खाना असर के वक्त खाएंगे.
They will not have any sort of a set schedule or routine to life. They will eat. He's giving an example that they will eat lunch sometime around Asr.
कब खाएंगे? ये क्या बात होगी कि बीजी हूँ, बीजी, ये बीजी, ये खाने की भी फुर्सत नहीं है. हाँ, हमने देखा लोगों को.
So if you ask them that what happened, why did you skip your lunch, and he'll say, sorry, I got busy, I got busy that I skipped my lunch. He said, I have seen people like this.
क्या बीच में खा रहे हो? कहाँ बिजी हैं? और रात का खाना 2 बजे खाते हुए हमने देखा, रात का खाना 2 बजे खा रहे हैं.
And he said, I've seen people eating their dinner late into the night at 2 a.m.
ये क्यों? ये बिजी लोग हैं, इनका कोई इजी होता ही नहीं.
So he said, why this type of lifestyle, such a difficult lifestyle? So he said, because these are busy people, nothing is easy for them. And this is the result of living life according to one's own whim and wish and will, and ignoring and neglecting the commandments of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that life becomes difficult.
ये क्यों? कि ख्वाहिशें हैं और ख्वाहिशों की कोई हद नहीं होती.
And he said, desires have no limit.
जितना भी मिले.
Desires have no limit, no matter how much of them a person acquires.
जैसे आग को जितनी लकड़ी मिले.
Just like a fire engulfs wood, no matter how much wood is there, it will keep growing and growing and growing and engulfing, taking over as much wood as you throw on there.
वो कहे और लाओ, यहाँ तक कि पूरी इमारत जल जावे, पूरा जंगल जल जावे, तो भी आग कहेगी कि और लाओ.
So fire is such that the entire jungle can burn down, entire buildings can burn down, but the fire just wants more and more and more and more and more. So a life that is on, when a person follows his desires and his wish, his own will, it is something that will never end. Desires have no limit. So no matter how much a person acquires and attains of his desires, no matter how many of his desires he meets, he will just want more and more and more and more. Have you ever seen the fire that after it burns a certain portion says, okay, that's enough, I'm full?
इसलिए ये जिंदगी जिस तरह आग के बर्बादी के लिए है, ऐसे ही ख्वाहिशात के बर्बादी के लिए है. जान की बर्बादी, माल की बर्बादी, वक्त की बर्बादी.
So ख्वाहिशात, chasing after desires, whims and wishes, one's own whims and wishes, one's own will, a lifestyle in which a person follows his own desires, it burns up all these. It burns up one's life.
और क्या मकसद हुआ कि कुछ नहीं.
So when a person lives a lifestyle following his own desires, it totally engulfs and burns his lifestyle, and he attains nothing at the end.
जब मरेगा तो देखे कुछ नहीं हुआ.
When such a person dies, he will see that he wasted his entire life. There's nothing there. Everything is burnt up.
इसलिए मेरे दोस्तों, इस जिंदगी से बचा करके हमें अल्लाह के हुक्मों की दावत दी गई है.
So, my friends, we should we have been given the dawah. We are being encouraged to keep away from the lifestyle of following our own desires and take on the lifestyle of following the ahkam, the commandments of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.